Today we are going to look at the most armored cars in this game. They are unbelievably useful the farther you go in the game, since you will meet a lot of people whose main objective in life is just to shoot rockets at you. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. The most armored car in this game is the Phantom or Hauler Custom, or we can just call it the Mobile Operation Center, since you cannot buy semi-truck cabs separately. They can withstand 69 homing rockets, which is an interesting number that Rockstar decided to choose. This incredible armor means that you can get shot at by 3 different Oppressor Mark IIs at the same time and still be fine, since Oppressor can only carry 20 rockets. As I said earlier, this is your Mobile Operation Center, which you can conveniently call from your quick menu and get it delivered next to you. But we are only focused on the cab part of it, since the trailer itself can only withstand 20 rockets, which is still a lot, but all vehicles I'm going to mention today have stronger armor. I personally went with this Hauler cab variant since it is quite unique looking, unlike the Phantom cab, which you can find driving around the map everywhere. Although I like Hauler truck more, the Phantom truck is actually 1.5 miles per hour faster, but that's not enough to make it better. These trucks are both fun and quite fast around the map, which makes them good for going places and ramming cars out of the way. But don't forget, they are still heavy semis and their braking distance is quite long. Since you will still be buying it with the trailer, let's talk about what goodies you get in the back. When you're customizing your Mobile Operation Center, you can choose to have Vehicle Workshop inside, which allows you to upgrade special vehicles like the Dune FAV. You will also get Gun Workshop inside, where you can upgrade your weapons to Mark II variant and customize them to your heart's content. And in the front of the trailer, you have 3 gun stations which control explosive cannons outside your truck, which let you dominate the lobby with your buddies. And just a disclaimer, to have the rare 2 cannons, you will have to do bunker research. The truck cab, together with the trailer, can be upgraded in your bunker with different liveries and colors. In second place is the Brigade 6x6, or better known as the Acid Lab. It is the newest vehicle from this list, withstanding 48 homing rockets. This vehicle is free if you do all the first dose missions, which can be found near Casino, where Freak Shop is located, which will show up on the map when you do your first mission. Those missions are really fun with quite good storyline, and in one of them you will get to steal the Brigade 6x6 from a crashed train site, which is quite cool in itself, and after the mission you will receive your free Brigade 6x6. This vehicle can be upgraded inside your Freak Shop and has quite a few cool upgrade options like the front ram weapons and armor upgrade. And the ram weapons are actually functional, and the large scoop, which I have on the vehicle right now, can launch cars and even box trucks in the air with no effort, which is cool considering a lot of vehicles have ram weapons which are not functional. Driving it is like driving a huge car that doesn't really want to act when you make adjustments. And when you accelerate, it does this weird thing where you can't really turn the vehicle. I guess that's because on acceleration it loads all the weight on the rear axles and doesn't put weight on the steering tires. But it's not only a vehicle, it's an acid lab. When you go in the back of it, you can see there's quite a production going on inside. Here you can buy supplies for this business from Mutt, speed up the productions while doing some experiments, and sell your stock when Mutt is finished cooking it up. And hopefully you didn't leave when I said this is a business, because this one is really good, paying 300,000 every time you sell your full stock. And when you sell your stock, you will always get only 1 delivery vehicle, no matter how much stock you are selling. On top of that, your delivery vehicle is the Mancha Scout C delivery bike, which you will be able to upgrade in the same Freak Shop. And the missions are simple, fun and quick. Third most armor car is the TerrorByte, which withstands 34 homing rockets. It has great drivability, and even though it can reach similar top speeds as the Acid Lab, it feels much better and more stable on the road. It has similar number of upgrades, but those are not the most interesting ones. The best upgrades lie inside the app when you buy the TerrorByte, and there you can find a lot of cool stuff. So let's talk about that. Inside you will find a spot where you can store Oppressor Mark II and upgrade it. Next to it you have the Weapon Workshop, where you can customize your weapons. In the middle it has a screen where you can start crate or other resupply missions for your businesses, or you can play quick missions. Looking a bit more forward, you have 2 seats with unique weapons. One can launch a remote control drone which has taser on it, which can shock people. Other than that, it has speed boost, and when you are finished flying it, you can use the drone as an EMP, but after it you will lose the drone for a minute. And the other seat which is my favorite, it controls the multi-lock-on missile battery, which can lock onto 5 different targets at once and shoot them down in a nice sequence. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, while you are driving the TerrorByte, you can switch into 2 cameras outside of the vehicle, which can scan players and will show that player's stats. It's not really useful, but it's a feature. All the cars I mentioned before were heavy big semis or box trucks, so let's get into a bit more faster and nimbler vehicles. Fourth most armored car is the Nightshark, which can withstand 27 homing rockets, meaning an oppressor won't be able to blow you up without refilling his missiles, which is good to know. Nightshark drives nicely, it has quick acceleration and pretty good top speed, although it is only 1 mile per hour faster than the semis I mentioned at the start. But they are not even a close match because Nightshark handles the streets like a sports car, with great turning ability and agility. Nightshark has great upgradability with quite a lot of customization options. You can even change the armor on it depending on your preference. You can choose to have full window armor, which will only add functional armor to front glass. Side windows are just for decoration, they don't do anything for armor. And the armor on front glass means you can ram people without getting shot out of the car. Or you can choose not to have the glass armor and be able to shoot out of your windows and throw sticky bombs at others. But even if you choose to have the window armor, you still have offensive weapons like the front-mounted machine guns, which are quite good for shooting the cars in front of you. This is quite a cool and versatile vehicle you should totally think of buying. Fifth most armored vehicle is the Insurgent. The one I'm showcasing is the Insurgent Pickup Custom, but all the Insurgent vehicles can withstand 27 homing rockets. But the Insurgent Pickup Custom is the best out of them all for the roof-mounted machine gun. While customizing it, you will have an option to change roof-mounted machine gun for a 3-barrel minigun. It also has an option to have proximity mines, which you can drop behind your vehicle. And overall, it has similar upgrade options to the Nightshark, like the armor plating on the vehicle and other decorative upgrades. It is a bit slower than the Nightshark, but it handles almost the same as the Nightshark, although it's a bit top heavy, probably because of the heavy roof-mounted machine gun, and can get a little tipsy on turns. One thing it has better than the Nightshark is that its ramming ability is better and it won't slow down as much when you hit a car. If you think ramming is quite a weird thing to focus on, it is not all that weird, since in missions, enemy vehicles or even civilians will swerve in your direction and you will have to push them out of the way, and it's nice when you don't slow down that much when you hit other vehicles. This vehicle is definitely a good choice if you have someone that can gun the roof-mounted machine gun. Now, a bonus vehicle I had to mention is the half-track, which can withstand the same 27 homing rockets. It also has a weapon on the back, but the weapon is much better compared to the measly machine gun on the Insurgent. This half-track has 2 options for the gun on the back. Stock machine gun you get when you buy the vehicle, or you can upgrade to the quad 20mm autocannon, which shreds everything in its path. These guns are really great for anything, but they are best for ground-to-air combat. It can shoot down any jet or helicopter with ease. The drivability of it is not as good as other vehicles mentioned before because it has tracks on the back, meaning you will be slower and have worse handling ability. But those are just little drawbacks which can be justified because this half-track is just so unique. And the tracks help you to climb steep hills, and even when you're stopped on a slope, it won't slide off. Overall, this is a vehicle that should be in your collection if you have the money to buy it. That's it, these are the 6 most armored cars in this game. Let me know which was your favorite. Consider subscribing, since the subscribe ratio is looking kinda tragic right now. And I will see you lovely people in the next one. Have a wonderful day.